The universe has a way of balancing these things out, all right? When City Boys is up, the universe says, karma says, God says, y'all can't be up for too long. And then he puts City Girls up by 1,000,000. Old songs that like I'm now thinking about, like Party All the Time. You know, that's one. I think that's the Eddie Murphy John. What? There's so many. There's just what's it called? Every Girl, I think it's called. I think it's the Lil Wayne and Young Money crew. It's like we like her and she like us too. That one. I was thinking about that one. There's just so many old songs that I'm like, yo, why did I ever stop listening to this? It's because Lil Uzi and them came out. That's the only reason why. But either way it goes, I'm gonna get back into these older songs. I'm gonna get back into my nostalgic bag. I don't have no recommendations, but I'm gonna get back into my nostalgic bag. But this week on Twitter, bruh, I was bro. The universe has a way of balancing these things out. All right. When City Boys is up, the universe says, karma says, God says, y'all can't be up for too long. And then he puts City Girls up by 1,000,000 in the next. So we got two stories. One of them I haven't heard. We got Who Did I Marry? The 50 part, 80 part, 100 part series on TikTok that everybody's obsessed with. And then we got Concert Bay at the Omah Lay concert. She didn't, bro. Yeah. So, but like I said, the universe has a way of balancing this out. All right. I think Did I Marry came out. Who TF Did I Marry came out first. I think that dropped first. And City Boys was up. And then Omah Lay dropped. And City Girls went up by 1,000,000, bro. I did not watch Who Did I Marry. I'm not even gonna speak on that because that's his own thing. If you watched it, kudos to you. If you didn't watch it, TLDR, this girl moved somebody in, married him, moved some nigga in, right? Married him, and he basically ran a manipulative ring around her, bro. Like he dogged her out. So, but that's on TikTok. It's probably broken down on Twitter too. But this Omah Lay concert, I'm gonna start off by saying, bro did it to himself. I was thinking about it, like as I was watching it, I felt bad for him, but I was like, the more I deep it, I'm like, I can't even feel bad for you, bro. You did it to yourself. You brought your ting front row. You like, if you know her well enough to claim, then you know that this nigga right here is the one she goes crazy about. And you brought her front row and center to get chose? You did it to yourself. He did it to yourself. He tried to hug up on her. No. She basically went to the concert. You were her meal ticket. She basically went to the concert by herself. You did it to yourself. I can only feel sorry for you because it happened to you. But you were the author of your own scenario, dog. You quite literally did that to yourself. I mean, this nigga Omah Lay said he hit her with the 2-finger come here. You can't sit idly by and let another nigga hit your girl with the 2-finger. He hit her with the gojo. He hit her with that. And you couldn't, like, you didn't even tighten your grip around her. You just knew, oh, he gave up. I saw it in his face. I watched the video. I saw it in his face. He gave up. He tried to subtly wrap his arms around her. Bro, he didn't even tighten no grip. He just, and then went to smiling and shaking his head. You did it to yourself, bro. She was putting the moves, the absolute moves on that stage. Man, her hips didn't tell a lie. Her hips, that back. She even low key like sucked you, like, bro. Her silhouette didn't tell a single fib, a single falsehood. None of it. And then somebody was like, somebody was like, the way he was walking out of like the venue, he's taking her back. If he knows if he has any respect for himself, like if he has any spinal cord, if he has any spinae erectum, don't take her back, bro. Do not. This, bro, if you haven't seen this picture, I'm going to put it right here. They done made cover art from this. This is about to be somebody's next album. This is about to be Omah Lay's next album. Cover art from your girl. Do not take her back. If you do, I don't care how good the sucks and the fucks are. Don't take her back, dog. Because if you do, you have no spinal cord, no sacrum, no thoracic or lumbar, none of that. You ain't got none of it, bruh. Your whole spine is gone. Spineless. All right? And again, City Girls is up. You can't, like, you can be mad because, like, what are you gonna gain? Again, like I said a couple weeks back, y'all be so fanned out. Some of y'all, not all of y'all. Y'all be so fanned out over these celebrities, and they don't know you from the next John. You are literally just a moment for them. And I get it. She was like 20 something. Like, if you in your low 20s, this whole individualistic mindset is like, live your life. I can understand that sentiment, but it's also like, bro, you got to think long term. You are now cemented in the internet as concert bae. Not even really concert bae. It sucks for you. What are you going to do? What is he going to do? He is the butt of every joke in his group chat. He can't show his face in the group chat no more. They immediately gonna start spamming Omah Lay Spotify links in the chat. He like, they gonna have an Omah Lay Fortnite concert. He hop on the game, Omah Lay. So don't get me wrong, and So is good. So is great. It ain't still your girl worthy. It ain't still your girl worthy, dog. The simple fact that he was able to get this off. He was able to get this off on your team. I would have burned the venue to the ground. Crash. I don't think nobody is worth crashing out, but that level of embarrassment is worth crashing out over. Cause no, he really pulled a Gojo on your girl. You have to live with that. Your friends are, if they were my friends, I'm getting spammed in the group chat. They had different angles. They had different angles. They had it up close. One of the Jones was right. One of the video takers was right next to him. They had the angle of her walking to the stage. The moment Omah pointed to her, she's already fanning out. The moment Omah pointed to her, it's almost as if she didn't even remember this nigga existed. Like, her field of vision was so tunnel that, like, who is this nigga? Who's holding me right now? Get off me. She didn't even turn around and say none of that. No salutations. No, I bid you adieu. None of that. She's gone. Do not take her back. They had different angles. They had the fucking security guards laughing at him, pointing at him, snickering, talking about some watch out for this one. He might crash out. He might fuck around and shoot the whole place up. Security guards laughing at you. Fans laughing at you. Your girl basically laughing at you. You leave the venue. Niggas is still taking videos of you leaving. He had that Ryan Gosling walk going on. He had he had that late night head up looking at the rain, wondering where it all went wrong walk going on. Do not take her back. Don't do it. For your self-esteem. For her self-esteem. Because if you take her back, City Girls is up forever. Forever. There is nothing a nigga can do if you take her back. City Girls is up indefinitely. If you... No. Just no. But yeah. Omah Lay is now the Nigerian Usher, I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He don't even have music to be doing that. To be doing all of this, he don't even have music to be doing that. But for some reason, he done stole a girl. He done stole this nigga girl. It's Mr. Steal Girl in Nigeria. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the YourStory podcast. With yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. This is episode 51. Wait, let me do that the other way. 51. If you are seeing this on the tube, on the YouTube, go ahead, do yourself a favor, like and subscribe, hit the bell. You already know when I'm uploading. 8:30 a.m. on a Monday. I might switch that day up, all right? But either way it goes, you'll know when I'm uploading if you hit the bell. So whether I upload on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you'll know if you hit the bell. And if you are listening to the smooth soul treat, wait, scratch that. I don't even say that no more. If you are just listening to the audio version of my voice, that lets me know that you are on Spotify. And with that being said, go ahead and you can also hit the bell on there. Yeah, you can follow the channel. You can also leave a rating. 5 stars is preferable. Whatever you got to say. Say with tu corazón. And it is what it is. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into this episode some more. So, I recently took a there's this app, all right? Let me start right there. There's this app called Impulse. I found it on Instagram. Instagram loves giving you ads about brain health and mental health, and I'm a big mental health proponent. So they was like, we got something for your ass, nigga. So there's an app called Impulse, right? And it's basically geared around like the different personal archetypes, the different personality types, anxiety levels, what's it called? Procrastinate, like different stuff like that. Like basically like everything involved with like how you think and how you act and how your environment has shaped you. This is on this app. So I took the UIL 12 archetypes test. 60 some odd question test. And it basically tells you what type of person, right, overarching person that you are. So the 12 archetypes are, let me get that real quick. The 12 archetypes, I know which one I am, but I'm going to go through and say which ones they have. So there's the first one. There's the innocent. There's the innocent. There's the orphan. There's the warrior. There's the caregiver, the seeker, the lover, the destroyer, the creator, the ruler, the magician, the sage, the fool, or the jester. All right. Now, those are the 12 archetypes. And I'm not going to go through like which, actually I am. I might go through leading up to mine because I'm the seeker. So I'm going to read the ones leading up to mine, just like a quick synopsis. So the innocent is every era has myths of a golden. I'm not reading that. The innocent, right? Their goal is to remain in safety. Their fear is of abandonment. Their problem is what they do with the problem, right, is deny it or seek rescue. Their response to a task is discernment. Their gift/virtue is optimism, trust, hope, faith, and simplicity. Pitfalls, naivete, childish dependence, denial, obliviousness. And then addictive quality, denial, right? They love denying shit, apparently. Deny. They are stuck on the first stage of grief. Their addiction is consumerism, sugar, and cheerfulness. Their shadow side is evidenced in a capacity for denial so that you do not let yourself know what is really going on. You may be hurting yourself and others, but you will not acknowledge it. You may also be hurt, but you will repress that knowledge as well. Or you believe what others say, even when their perspective is directly counter to your own inner knowing. That is the innocent. The orphan is, if I go through this, they basically understand that everybody matters just as they are. Down home and unpretentious, it reveals a deep structure influenced by the wounded or orphan child that expects very little from life, but that teaches us with empathy, realism, and street smarts. The orphan, fearing exploitation, seeks to regain the comfort of the womb and neonatal safety in the arms of loving parents. So they are constantly, what it seems like is the orphan is trying to find safety either in parents or friends, whatever the case may be. The warrior, when everything seems lost, the warrior rides over the hill and saves the day. Tough and courageous, this archetype helps us set and achieve goals, overcome obstacles, and persist in difficult times. Although it also tends to see others as enemies and to think in either or terms. The warrior is relatively simple in their thought patterns, seeking simply to win whatever confronts them, including the dragons that live inside. This is kind of like some Dungeons and Dragons type shit. Anyways, the warrior's mindset is just to win. All right. If you're a warrior, your greatest goal is to be the best. You on your ass catch 'em shit, basically, right? The caregiver, that come on now, that kind of seems self-explanatory. You like to help others. All right, and now it's mine, the seeker, and anybody else who identifies. But the seeker leaves the known to discover and explore the unknown. Hold on. This inner rugged individual braves loneliness and isolation to seek out new paths. Often oppositional, this iconoclastic archetype helps us discover our uniqueness and perspectives and our callings. Seekers are looking for something that will improve their life in some way, but in doing so, they may not realize that they have much already inside themselves. They embrace learning and are ambitious in their quest and often avoid the encumbrance of support from others. Needing to do it themselves, they keep moving until they find their goal and usually their true self too. So if you are a seeker, like myself, you just want to find the better things in life, not realizing that the better things in life usually come from within. All right. So you either travel a whole bunch, right, trying to see what else is out there, right, or you on the career side, you could like, oh, I'm switching jobs, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, right, or you're usually never in one place too long because you don't like conformity, right? They said one of the shadow sides is we have a fear of commitment, which I can definitely attest to. Not necessarily a fear of commitment, but it's more just like you can't be serious right now when you say you want to be with me forever. So a fear of commitment, yes. And what else does it says? It says self-centeredness, right? Chronic disappointment, alienation, and loneliness. So we like to be alone, right? But in that being alone, we also find loneliness. Now, there's a difference, obviously. Being alone is just like, right now, I'm alone, right? I'm by myself, I'm chilling. That's alone, right? You can be comfortable in being alone. It's once you kind of dive into that, you need to do it yourself, right? You don't need help, you don't need support, this, that, and the third. That's when you start basically when you start reverting back into your shell is where you get the loneliness from. Seekers, all right? It's okay to ask for help. I know, I get it. Because I don't want to be a burden to nobody. I get it. But also, it's okay to ask for help. All right? It is a-okay to say, I don't got it in this moment, but I know somebody who can get it for me. Let me ask them for help. I'm learning more and more about myself, and I'm learning more and more that I don't like asking for help, whether it be from parents, whether it be from friends, not distant relatives, but like, outside of the immediate family. I don't like coworkers. I don't like asking for help. I don't like feeling it's a level of vulnerability in asking for help that I genuinely do not appreciate. It's a level, and that might just be from learning that being an independent individual, learning that I can't really depend on people, but there's a level of vulnerability in asking for help that I just can't vibe with. It's like, why, if I don't got it, I now have to come to you on bended knee, essentially, to ask for help. This ain't Game of Thrones, bro. Like, I'm not coming to you, but I'm learning that sometimes you just don't got it, bro. Sometimes you don't got the juice, right? But it takes a level of maturity, right? And leadership and all of those other characteristics, right? It takes a level of that to be like, okay, I don't got it, but I know a guy, or I know a girl, or I know this person who can help me. And then that's when you find out, who fucks. But I think niggas just don't want to find out who fucks with them like that, bro. But anyways, I encourage, take the UIL 12 archetypes. You can also, on this app Impulse, this is no promo. I was just curious. You could take the archetypes test. You can also take your what's it called, IQ test. I'm a smart ass nigga. All right. It's a 60 question test. I got 52 out of 60, and the thing is, I could have got more. I flubbed 2 on purpose, just to see if it would fuck with anything. I flubbed 2 on purpose. I'm a smart ass nigga. I'm gonna take it again just to see if I could get all 60. I'm a smart ass nigga. But anyways, moving on. So this past week, I want to say, I've been watching My Hero from scratch. And I have my thoughts. I'm gonna try my best to do a philosophical breakdown of My Hero, all right? So the overarching theme of My Hero, right, is, again, you don't have to do it alone, all right? You do not, especially when you have pillars in friends that you can lean on in this hero gig, right? And in your strive to be the best, you have these people that you can lean on. Lean on them because they will help propel you to be the best, right? That is the overarching theme of My Hero. But the thing is, bro, Uh-oh. Oh, I was gonna say. The thing is, bro, it's I rock with the message, I really do. But growing up on certain shonen, it's like it shouldn't take you 4 seasons to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And that's the I guess the independent person in me couldn't really rock with Deku as the main character because he needed help too much. He needed too much help. He couldn't he got this new first off, the nigga was powerless. And I credit his heart because he had heart even though he had no power. But the nigga was powerless. He got an OP power, couldn't use it to its full strength because his body was absolutely dog water. Once he started getting once he started learning like, okay, I can use it this way, I can use it this way, his body, his bones was breaking. He always needed to be healed or quirk erased. Once he finally figured out, okay, I can just use a certain percentage in my body, or then okay, cool, you can just break your fingers off and show your stuff. I fucks with that. That little fight versus Todoroki, I fucks with that. I do. Because he showed me the viewer, he's understanding his power a little more. Now he can't use it to its full potential because he keep breaking shit, but he's understanding in certain parts. He's understanding. So I was messing with it. But Deku is such a crybaby that it all goes out the wind. Like all of that strength and all of that power, he's such a crybaby that it doesn't even matter. You have All Might's power. You could literally smack a nigga into the future, and you are still letting this exploding palm dude, Bakugo, who that's another character in and of itself, but you are letting this dude whose power can't really hold a candle to what you have, you are letting him bully you into and crying about it. I hated it. The first 4 seasons, I will say. The first 4 seasons, all right? I hated it. Because I was like, you are too much of you have power beyond your years and you are still crying. For everything. You are still, and I get it, you may not know how to use it, bro, but your one punch can fuck damn near anybody up. You're One Punch Man. For real though, you're One Punch Man. So that's season 1 through 4. Now let's tackle Bakugo, right? Bakugo was a bully. He didn't start off as a bully, right? He just started off as a headstrong, right? Real goal oriented, right? Real uber confident kid, which I can respect. All right, but usually those headstrong individuals turn out to be bullies when they find somebody that they can enact their superiority complex on, right? He found that person in Deku. But right, as the seasons progress, you come to realize that he was kind of like a Sasuke in a sense, where it wasn't necessarily that he thought he is better, right? It wasn't necessarily that he thought he was better than Deku. It's that he thought that Deku was better than him. And so he had to then prove his worth by bullying to him. He had to prove his worth to himself and to Deku and to everybody else. But in reality, if they would have, and that's just what it is, right? Sometimes you just gotta learn through force. All right. Sometimes you just gotta duke it out. They had to put them dukes up because they couldn't really come to the realization, or Bakugo couldn't really come to the realization of this dude that I was bullying for so long because I had to prove myself to myself and to him that I'm better than him because I think that he thinks that he's better than me, right? He's like, I can't express that into words. I don't know how to express that into words, but I do know how to express that in these explosive fists. So I'm finna show you what's up. So they fight, right? He comes to this realization, right? He's like, yo, you have power beyond your years, bro. You're officially better than me now. Like before I just thought that you thought it, right? Now you are officially better than me in every aspect, in ability, in character development, in like you are officially better than me, bro. As a hero, right? But the character development in Bakugo comes when he, like, one, when they duke it out, and two, when he realizes you're not trying to act better than me. That's just who you are. And two, you can just be my rival. We both have the same goal. Well, kind of, sort of. We both have a goal to be heroes, great heroes. So you can just be my rival. So that's Bakugo. And that's season 1 through 4. I like to say that season 5 and 6 made up for all the bull that I watched 1 through 4. Season 5 and 6 made up. It's crazy that 2 seasons made up for lackluster performances in 1 through 4. It's crazy. It has the One Piece effect. The problem with One Piece for me, and don't get me wrong, One Piece is a dope show, but the problem for One Piece for me is that it takes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seasons for it to finally get good. The problem with My Hero for me is that it took 4 plus seasons, the final 2 seasons, or the latter 2 seasons, I should say, made up for what they completely lacked in seasons 1 through 4. All right. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some star moments in seasons 1 through 4. As I mentioned, Todoroki versus Deku, Deku versus Bakugo, All Might I didn't mention these, but All Might versus Nomu, Deku versus Overhaul, Deku versus Muscle Nigga. What's it called? Different Red Riot versus that one dude. Bakugo leaving, like there's moments in there where yes, it's great. Also, hold on, just a fleeting thought, ADHD moment right here. The best hero in the series was All Might. This nigga had 2 fights. 3 if you count the sludge monster, but I don't. This nigga had 2 fights. Nomu and freaking One for All. 2 fights. And then was immediately out of commission. He's the greatest hero. We didn't even get to see him be great for real. No. So ADHD moment over. Anyways. Season 5 really, really fleshed out the rest of these characters. Their sole focus was on Endeavor. Endeavor and Shigaraki was the main. Endeavor, Shigaraki, and Hawks were the main focus of seasons 4 and 5. 5 and 6. Bar Dark Deku, which was Endeavor, Hawks, and Shigaraki were the main focus of seasons 5 and 6. All right. Then you have, like I said, Dark Deku, which was interesting because, and that's why I say philosophical breakdown, because he starts off as this crybaby, right? Deku does. He starts off as this crybaby. He then goes on to be this vigilante, wannabe Spider-Man, wannabe Batman, like, but nice all of a sudden, like this vigilante tirade. And it's not really vigilante because technically he has a provisional license, so he can do hero work. So it's not really a vigilante, but either way it goes, he wants to do everything by himself, right? And he shows off his powers, right? He shows off the fact that which is weird. He went from breaking every bone in his body to now being able to use One for All, Black Whip, Smokescreen, and Danger Sense, and Float. He went from breaking all of his bones from seasons 1 to 4 to being able to use 5 different quirks at once in season 6. How? That wasn't even a difference of a year. How? Anyways, he takes on this quote unquote, and it's not really dark because he's not doing anything that really is dark. He's more so just doing things alone. So the whole dark persona that they tried to throw on Deku, he's not dark. It would be dark if he was killing villains. It would be dark if he was beating them within an inch of their life. He's not doing anything dark. He's doing things alone. So it should be Lone Deku, not Dark Deku. But anyways, he adopts his persona. He leaves the tears at home, which I'm so proud of him for. And he's basically dealing with the fact that once Shigaraki is once One for All takes over Shigaraki's body, he's coming for it all. So dealing with that, dealing with the fact that he is the target for One for All, dealing with the fact that, Shigaraki now has the ability to destroy everything he touches or doesn't touch. He goes at it alone. His friends come to his aid, basically, and try to beat some sense into him. Again, like I said, sometimes you just need to throw the dukes. So they come to his aid to beat some sense into him. They win. They achieve it. Because, again, like I said, it's not Dark Deku, it's Lone Deku. If he was Dark Deku, he would have pulled a Sasuke and tried to kill him. But he didn't. Because it's not Dark Deku, it's Lone Deku. So, they win. They talk some sense into him. They try to bring him back to the class. They try to bring him back to safety. The people is not hearing it. They say, look, bro, he's the target. Why are we bringing the target here? Why are y'all doing this? And one of the old guys was like, yo, at the end of the day, bro, we all got quirks. That too. We may not all be heroes, but we all got quirks, dog. 1. And 2, the nigga just trying to sleep, bruh. He's a hero. Why are y'all turning away a hero? At one point, All Might was here. We wasn't pooping and hollering then. So what are we doing? Let the nigga rest. Let him sleep. Let him get back to where he needs to be. Because at the end of the day, he may be the target, but he's also your best chance to take down the person who's targeting him. So let the nigga rest. Let him sleep. Let him get some warm porridge in his belly. And then if he want to go out and do his whole lone tirade again, he can do that. But for the time being, let the nigga rest, bro. So yeah, and then he goes, and then Deku goes back to crying. But season 5 and 6 made up for season 4. 1 through 4. Deku's still a crybaby. All right. Do not put him and animation carried that show. All right. There were some very cool choreographed scenes. Endeavor versus that one no move was tight. All right. But my problem with these new age anime is just it's very animation centered and less choreographed fights. And y'all hype these things up as if they are like the best thing since fucking sliced bread. They're not. They're good. They're not. If the storyline doesn't really flesh out the way it's supposed to, if the animation doesn't keep up, and if the fights aren't really choreographed, if all I'm seeing is flashing lights, what if I got epilepsy? Now I can't watch because you just do a whole bunch of flashing lights and uproars and shit. Come on now. Let's not stand on ceremonies, Mr. Wayne. Anyways, it's enough yapping about My Hero. Watch it if you want to. Don't. It's up to you. My random internet question, all right? Why do they keep making live action like films, TV series, whatever the case may be? Why do they keep making them so bad? I don't get it. Like, everybody's trying to have the MCU like stance of like taking the comic book stuff and then doing their own spin on it. But it's like you don't need to do that. We gave you and don't get me wrong, even the anime sometimes doesn't take what's in the manga, right? Even the anime doesn't take sometimes what's in the manga and executes it 100%. Classroom of the Elite is a perfect example of that. Perfect example of they didn't take the manga 100% and execute it 100%. They just took some aspects and skipped around or whatever the case may be, right? There's a lot of animes like that. Damn near every anime is like that. But the thing with live action is you have 2 versions. All you're doing is making a third form of media. You have 2 versions. You have the OG version, and then you have already another telling of the OG version in the anime. Why are you taking this already flipped and scripted piece, that being the anime, why are you taking it and then flipping it a third time? There's no need. Either go back to the source material, the manga, or reference the flipped material, the anime. But don't put your own spin on it, bro. Because now you're just taking something and just chopping and screwing it. For no reason. They've already done that twice. Don't do it. Don't do it. They got a live action Avatar. Two now. They have 2 live action avatars, The Last Airbenders. Both of them are getting bullshit reviews. They have 2 live action Avatar, 1 film, 1 series. They have One Piece live action. They have Yu Yu Hakusho live action. They have a Dragon Ball film live action. They have a Death Note live action. And they're talking about putting Naruto in live action. I swear to you, if y'all try to do this, I'm a fan of letting people get their art off. But if you try to do this and it don't look or it don't exceed if it don't meet or exceed expectations, bro, we riot. We riot. We riot because I'm done. I'm over it. Y'all are making these live action pieces and they suck. And they suck. I don't know what you need. I don't know if you need to contact Illumination, right? I don't know what you need to do. But Netflix, you are... Now, I've seen the One Piece. I've seen the One Piece live action, all right? I couldn't get past the first episode. And that's just because I don't want to rewatch One Piece again in another form of media. I refuse. The first couple of seasons, I refuse. But I've seen it. That one is better than these other ones that they've put out, but it still doesn't meet the expectations, right? But this Avatar one, I'm seeing mixed reviews on. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it at least. Well, it's on Netflix. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm seeing mixed reviews about it. So we gonna see. I'm seeing they're taking some dynamics and they've kind of chopped and screwed them. Obviously, because this is a different day and age, right? This is a different day and age. These are kids. You can't really, there's some aspects of Avatar that you can't really show today, right? Out of fear of being canceled or whatever the case may be. I feel like you get canceled more when you take these depictions of these characters and you water it down and you water them down in order to appease another generation. But I will say this: whether they did this live action for the old timers, right, the nostalgic people who watched the animated versions, or they did it for this new generation, I can definitely commend them, right? Because it's like, if their target audience isn't the people who used to watch it, but the people who will watch it coming up, then I get it. If that's their target audience, then I get it. If their target audience was the people who was watching it before, oh yeah, y'all missed the mark, dog. Y'all missed everything. They got Azula doing lightning bending out the gate. She ain't even doing the right moves. They got they just got too much is going wrong with this live action. But hey, if we not your target audience, then I get it. If we are your target audience, go back to the drawing board. But with that being said, this has been another episode of the YourStory podcast with yours truly, Rodney J. Salter. Hope you had a good Monday. Hope you're having a good Monday. Thank you for joining me. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell. If you're on Spotify, hit the bell, follow the channel, leave a rating, 5 stars preferable. I'm not going to do the David Attenborough. Yes, I am. I'm lying. Remember, brush your teeth, wash your butt, floss your teeth. Obviously not in that order, but do those things. All right. All love on the Southern Front. And with that being said, have a good Monday. Peace.